Hey guys, CJ here. Welcome back to another Minecraft video where today I will be showing you my way of kind of building different Five Nights at Freddy's pizzarias. And I'm actually going to be doing this in quick motion because it took me about 45 minutes to complete. It's actually really easy though. So I always try to keep the same color scheme. It's like the gray and black kind of area. And keep the same checkerboard pattern. Again, this is gonna be really quick just so that like the video is a good length of time. Next, what I want to kind of do is kind of keep the color scheme of the first one, but like the niceness of the second game and the intensity of the third game. So what I kind of like decided I would do as kind of the doors is have two separate doors on each side that are actually going to turn into vents, and then one main door. So it's kind of gonna have like the layout of the second game. Now this next part, I worked on kind of the redstone wiring, and I will come back to this later because it took so long, especially since I am adding power to this. And it's kind of, you always want to think ahead when adding things like this. That way you kind of know exactly what to expect from yourself when doing this. So as you can see here, the lights do work, and I just replicated on the same side. Now the power will eventually require an AND gate. I know it annoys Gabriel anytime I say that because he hears that word constantly. If you don't know who Gabriel is on the channel, he's always like there. He starred as the noob in What a Noob. And yeah, so I kind of worked on the stone bricks kind of idea for the vents, because that seems like when I hear about a vent, I hear like the first thing I think of in Minecraft is the stone bricks. And then I just kind of started working on the hallway. So if this is kind of fast for you to see, there is a little button in the corner of settings on YouTube, and if you think that you can barely render it at all, then it would be best to switch it over to something that's a little slower. If you go into settings, there's a thing called speed, and you can change exactly how fast it's going, but you may need to up the frame rate for that to work, otherwise it would look kind of like more like a slideshow. So this next part here is the parts and service room, and this part was actually pretty easy because I was taking it mostly from the first game and making it seem like the closet or like the storage closet, I forget what it's called, of the first game, and then I just placed heads all over the place like what they are in the other ones. And since you want kind of a darker lighting, the best thing to do is go for redstone torches under carpet, because they look so much like concrete and it's really hard to notice in that kind of dark, spooky lighting, and it still gives that effect of the fear of the game itself, how dark and like how spooky it kind of looks. So this next part is just kind of the bathrooms, and what I thought, anytime I see a bathroom, the first thing I think of is a mirror so it looks the same. So that's kind of what I did for it, and the way you do that is pretty much just by placing glass on an opposite side. If you do this in a bathroom, it gives it like a nice feel, and a way to almost eliminate that feel is to have an armor stand that's just looking back at you. Now, I did not do this in the final product because I felt like it didn't belong there, plus I destroyed it and I was too lazy to fix it. So I kind of gave the cauldrons more of a nice tone. This is a lot better too because the water now on pretty much any platform does not look its best. And the next part is to have redstone with redstone lamps, and the only reason I do that is because Freddy will only attack you in the dark. But if it's not dark at all, then there's no way that he'll do that. So eventually when you add the power, make sure that those redstone lamps are affected. So now this next part's pretty simple. I just kind of made the stage, and while I'm making the stage, I want to let you know my channel is called Jeff the Evil Roomba, and I am finally planning on actually getting a Roomba, and so I'm really excited for that. And the way I made this rabbit was really weird. Anyway, so yeah, we are getting a Roomba. I'm planning on maybe making a few videos about that because Mom and I have two completely different ideas about how we are going to add those kinds of things. And I spent a lot of this time thinking about what I'm gonna do for other things. So if you see these pauses here and there, it's because I'm wondering exactly how I'm gonna do this. It's great as a YouTuber to kind of do this if you're planning on making a video like this, because if you don't, then you're just gonna be stuck on one point and you never know exactly what you're gonna do here. It's also great to speed things up the way I'm doing here, because then people actually because sometimes your builds could take you like 45 minutes to like an hour to complete, and if you don't do that, then if you don't speed it up, then no one's gonna watch it, or not as many people are gonna watch it because they are not willing to dedicate an hour of their time to watching this particular video if they can watch another video that's even shorter. So another thing to do is remember to add the group, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, who am I forgetting? Freddy? I forgot. Again, and don't forget the main character, Freddy. Please never do that. If you see here, I'm kind of removing this because the AND gate will not require that, and so I'm adding power, which is one of the coolest parts of this build right here, because it's so easy to do once you know it. But if you're actually thinking of making this, I mean, this part took me so long to complete. And remember that at this point, keeping it compact doesn't really matter, because now you have this whole space to work with pretty much anyway. So usually you don't need it compact. If you feel like you have to have it so compact that you can't move into it, then if one thing doesn't work or you have to manually reset it, it's going to be impossible to do. So remember that you do need things to be user friendly, and people will know how it works if you're planning on making this as a mini game for your friends. Now, the animatronic movements, I kind of use just another person. In fact, I may be showing a video after this shortly on me and Gabriel doing just that and playing as different characters on a different one like this that I am hopefully going to be creating soon. And the reason is because AI levels are, it's possible to make animatronics that move like this. I know it is, but it is still very hard to do so, even if you have the most, even if you're the best at redstone. And so a lot of this I just spent going back down into the pizzeria itself to look to see if it works. If it doesn't, then I'll come back up, and I just go down and up until I think I'm happy with the way that the redstone worked. And as you can see, these redstone lines here get very big very fast. So just keep in mind that you want a really quick design. You don't need the most compact design. You don't need to worry about how many seconds of redstone you'll get. And as you see there, I just popped into third person. That's because I was talking on my speed, on my actual show, forgetting that I'm actually going to be talking here. So I always mess up like that, and I know a lot of YouTubers my age do. I mean, I'm not the oldest YouTuber, and since I did this for a test, I didn't make the vents super long. Remember, if you want the FNAF 3 kind of feel where, like, even if you can't get him from there, he'll still somehow manage to get a way to find you. And I also have a secondary channel now, and it's not really a secondary channel. It's called Cookie Clickbaiters. We do shows. It's really cool, and we're currently making Five Nights at Freddy's the musical. So thank you for watching. This video is almost done, so I'm just gonna wrap it up right now. Thank you so much for watching again. If you like this video, leave a like if you want to see more like that, and don't forget to subscribe. It would be absolutely amazing if you did. And just remember that you should have a great day. Goodbye.